This is it. The boys are here. Tell them what time it is, Zach.
Episode 134.
Episode 134 of the BSG. I was about to say, you got to say we're back. That's how everybody's a little code for it. You know, we're here. Episode 134 of the BSG podcast presented by our friends over at Moon Golf. Zach and I went and visited good old Moon Golf last Friday, right? Saturday.
After a birthday party.
Do a little bit of shopping. And let me tell you why I love Moon Golf. Walked in there, was looking for a specific grip for my Odyssey putter. I have the 30-inch. So I need I think it's a 15-inch grip or something like that. Jonah, back there building clubs, pulls out of the drawer a grip he was saving for himself and said, "You can have this one." I said, "Man, are you serious?" He said, "Yep, it's all yours." And just gave me.
I was going to use it for myself, and Casey took it anyway.
No. I asked him several times. I said, "Are you sure?" Because I don't like the grip that's on that, and I don't like the thick, the 3.0 Super Stroke, and he had the 1.0, and because they don't have as much of a flat front of it. And he was like, "You can have it." And I said, "Man, Moon Golf is the real deal." I messaged Ann and told her me and you were ready to come get on that soccer field at the house.
I'm ready. I'll block anything.
We'll get her kids in some real competition. Let them get trained a little bit. We'll go to the personal soccer field and do it. But presented by Moon Golf tonight, later in the show or here in a minute, we'll have is it Tom joining us from Avid Caddie?
Yeah. I think it's just Bean. Tom Bean. Or Benny. I don't know.
We'll find out. This is a mutual friend, our friend Connor with Hank's Homies. Incredible golfer. Even better golfer or better Call of Duty? You tell me, Zach.
It'd be tough.
Which one do you think he's best at?
And golf. Yeah. Let me see. He's
currently a +3.
Oh, where'd he go? He was on here earlier. Yeah, he's like a +3.
And he's our solid guy on Call of Duty Warzone. But this is his friend. Connor has a membership here at Avid Caddie. And if you're listening and you're wondering what Avid Caddie is, we're going to let Tom talk about
2.9.
2.9, yep. We're going to let Tom talk about it here in a minute. But this is in the Colorado area, which we're going to be in September. So we will be going to Tom's spot, Avid Caddie, here in September. Are you ready for that trip?
Oh, I'm always ready. Anytime I can get on a plane to go play, I'm ready. I told Joni today, I was like, I think the next one's down to Mexico.
Oh. Boy, I had to look at that.
Depending on foreign relations at the time.
If you're listening, we apologize. But Zach, please go look at that video that was just sent in our group chat. But anyways, we're gonna be in Colorado. Yeah, make sure the volume's got down.
I see the numbers already, and I know.
Yeah, you already know. We're gonna be playing in Colorado. It's going to be an incredible time, and I wish we had time. Hey, there's Tom right there.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How are you, Tom?
Welcome.
Well, everybody listening in, we kind of introduced him a little bit, but we want to take a minute and let Tom introduce himself with Avid Caddie. Before we talk about what Avid Caddie is, kind of introduce yourself a little bit for us, Tom, and I guess talk about how you got into golf in the first place.
Yeah, 100%. So, again, my name's Tom Benet. I've been in the golf industry for about 12 years now. I grew up I played a lot of sports growing up, got kind of had a big passion for golf. It was always on the back burner for me in the early stages of life. And once I got done with school, I was kind of looking for something to do. And so I moved from Colorado out to Southern California, where I went to the Golf Academy of America and just kind of dove into the golf industry through that. And so I worked at a club called Dove Canyon Golf Club out in Orange County, and then got up to the head pro position and spent about 10 years there. Enjoyed it, had a great time, learned a lot of good stuff, and I talked with my brother for a long time about opening up a business. We're both very much passionate in golf. And so that's what kind of led us to the dream of Avid Caddie here in Colorado. So I made it back home and got a business going. We're coming up on year 1 here.
That is awesome. And I think you're living every golfer's dream business right now.
It's been a fun one. It's been a fun one.
So you and your brother, is your brother he's in it with you, correct, in the business?
Or he is, yeah. So he's definitely a little bit more on the. He was the mastermind behind the design of the bays and the design of the facility. So he's definitely got that skill set, which is good because I would have been lost on that side without him. And I'm working on all the golf sides, so I set up all the memberships. I handle all the lessons in here. We really try to mimic a country club as much as we can, just on an indoor basis. And so we set up tournaments, we do leagues, and really the overall nature is we just wanted to build a golfing community within this place. And so it's been a good ride.
Just right there, that's real interesting to me that you said we're trying to build like the country club, the golf course vibe, but indoors, which when you think of most places like this, they're like, just come hit golf balls, come have fun. But I love the way you just phrase that, because for someone like me that may not can go golf all the time on a course, but you're creating a vibe for me to be like, oh, it's still, it's not me just going to hit balls, but there's membership, there's leagues, there's tournaments. Like I can still have that kind of competitive fun instead of just going there and whacking balls.
100%. Yeah. And I'm glad that you touched on that, because that's the important thing. That's what I love so much about working at a country club is you meet friends all over the place that are just as much into golf as you. There's always somebody you can go play with. There's always a new person you can connect with. Mm-hmm. And so that was really what I was striving to get out of this place, or what we were striving to make and create out of this place, was just to have that on just kind of a different level and on an indoor standpoint,
Yeah.
I think if that was available for me right now, I would absolutely sign up, because it's one of the things, like, we can't play every Saturday. We have families, but Marley just went to bed now, so I go swing for an hour or two.
Yeah.
Joni's listening out for her, reading her book or whatever she's doing, so I could just ride down the road, play in a league real quick, and then just have my golf fix for the day.
Right. And
how do the leagues work? How do y'all do those?
So right now, what we're running them as, we're doing 2 nights a week. On Mondays and Thursdays, we're running leagues, and so we set them up as 3-person teams, mm-hmm. and we take the 2 best net scores each week. So we play 9 holes. The simulators that we have carry handicaps for all the players, so we use those handicaps for all the league stuff. And then honestly, any tournament that we're doing net golf, it's always going to be used for that. And so we take the 2 best net scores on it. We run it for 8 weeks long. And then at the end of it, the top 4 teams will move on to the playoffs. And in the playoffs, it's kind of fun because we use golf zone simulators is what we have. And these ones have the ability to link up 2 machines together. So if we have them side by side, we can have one team on bay 1, one team on bay 2. And you're linking up the 2 screens together in remote play. So that way you can see their balls flying in bay 2
that's so
bay
nice.
1 screen.
Yeah, that is sick.
So it's a fun feature that they have with these, and not only to be right next door to each other, but if we want to, if you play a friend across the world, you can play them in live time and get a good feel for it. And the other nice part is it plays a lot quicker than all 6 of those people being on one bay.
That is so cool.
Helps people save some time.
So also, you have the moving swing plate, so it's not just flat lies like
that's
a
big
regular
deal.
bay. So you got some challenges in there too.
Yeah, I can't tell you, these things have blown my mind, and I got to be honest, I never really saw myself getting to the indoor standpoint. Mm-hmm. After working at a green grass facility for so long. I've always kind of been a little more of the purist of the game on that side of things, but after playing on these things a little while, it helped me improve my swing so quickly that I bought into it pretty fast. And these things are so accurate, so consistent, and between all the moving platform features, it comes with 5 different hitting surfaces. So you're hitting out of bunker lies, rough lies, fairway lies. So you get a little bit of everything, and as much as it can, it replicates pretty well on an indoor standpoint of what it does.
So when you opened up Avid Caddie, you didn't have these already in there? Did you kind of test them and see them, or did you open with them in there?
No, so we went and we checked out quite a few different systems, right? And just kind of getting into this, I had heard about a number of them already, being in the golf industry, and so my brother and I just started going around to places, testing them out, figuring, between that and researching online, and we came across these ones, which I had never played on them. I had never heard of them or seen them before, other than I think one quick ad, and so that kind of got us down the rabbit hole of looking at it. And so then we got in touch with the company. They had their headquarters out in Washington, D.C., and they invited us out to go test it out and take a look at them. And we kind of fell in love with them. I thought it was the coolest thing by far that play it on.
If I'm gonna build one in a barn in my next house, is
Nice.
that the brand you're recommending?
That's what I would say you go with. I mean, if they're a little more on the pricey side, but if you got the means to do it, I would do it all day long.
I'm willing to sell a
He
kidney.
does. He's
I
got
only need one.
So with you being a golf pro, do you do all the lessons there when people come
I
in and want
do.
lessons? Okay,
I
cool.
do. Yeah. So I'm doing them all. We got a couple other teachers that are helping out here and there as well. But yeah, as of right now, it's been me doing most of them, probably 95% of them in here. And so, down the line, our goal with this place is we'd love to be able to expand, open a couple branches within the Denver area, kind of along the Front Range area, and see what works out for us. At that point, then we'd probably look to hire a PGA professional at each one to kind of facilitate and handle the lessons and tournament scheduling, setup, all that good stuff.
Do you think for the virtual fittings, the swing plate helps get a better feel as far as like what a person might need as opposed to just a flat bay?
I think I don't see it. I see it a little bit in lessons, right? Where if somebody's struggling with that stuff and that comes up as a topic where they're having trouble with hitting shots with the ball above their feet, right? I find it really useful when we can use it in that sense. And, even in the driving range, I can say, all right, let's tilt this thing up a few degrees and let's see what it looks like to have this ball above your feet. See what we're doing, see if it's causing us to pull it to the left or, any of those things. So it's really nice to see it on that end for it. I haven't used it a ton in fittings yet, but that's, I could see it being a good feature to use in that.
When's the last time you gave lessons outside?
It's got to be about a year ago. I'm coming up on a year, I think, right now. So somewhere right in there, it had to be January 24th.
Well, let me ask you this then. Okay, so I've always heard, and I'm like a 12, 13, 14 handicap, so I'm not on your skill level.
Hold on,
but I've
keep
always
adding
heard
numbers. 12,
no,
13,
we're
14.
stopping there. I've always heard if you can't see it fly, don't buy. So with you moving to strictly indoors, do you feel like compared to teaching outdoors and seeing ball flight and moving indoors, like and helping people with clubs and stuff, do you see a difference in that, or you don't think there's really that much of a difference?
It's close enough on the even on a missed shot where I feel like something went off on this. I can pretty regularly see it if that happens, and it's very very rare that it does happen where I'm like, okay, that was a complete mystery. That's not something we're looking at. Outside of that, I think they do a great job with it. I think it mimics ball flight pretty well. I think, there's some, with the exception of maybe like a super slice or something where it may not be quite as dramatic as I would see in the real world. It's enough to where I did get the chance when we first opened. I got a lot of time on the machines in here just to, just all that trial and error stuff, trying to compare out on the course, go to a driving range, come hit some balls in here. How close is it? How realistic is it? And so I was playing a lot outside as well as in here, just trying to get that feel for it all. And it's not only is it accurate, but it was enough to where I got so much data on my own swing that I could start to make adjustments and change, and it really carried over to outside too.
Yeah.
And so my ball striking went up, it got a lot better just from having a couple months of practice on these things.
That's what our buddy Connor texted Zach today when he was setting this up, and he was kind of offering the idea to us about testing new clubs and stuff, and saying he could do it there because he said that the numbers are so accurate and so close that he would film some stuff for us because he's a good golfer.
Yeah, that's a guy I would trust on that too.
Yeah, and so he said he would test clubs and stuff, and he said I could do it at Avid Caddie because the numbers are just that good. And so we're actually gonna be having some content, hopefully in the next few months, from Connor from Avid Caddie, where he's gonna be swinging some clubs and showing us, and so we'll be able to highlight, Avid Caddie plus Connor's great golf swing, obviously. But so we're excited for that.
I'll film. I'll watch him hit some balls because that guy can hit it.
Yeah, we're gonna be in Colorado in September, so Connor said we have to come by and hang out at Avid Caddie. And
we'll take care of you guys. Come on by. We'll have some fun. We'll get a couple rounds in.
Yeah,
it's gonna be so nice outside too. So you got to play some outside golf too when you're here.
Yeah,
we have five
rounds planned,
possibly 6 if we play Wednesday. We'll arrive like at 9 in the morning, straight to the course, play 18. Thursday, Friday we'll play 36, So 4 courses there, and then
Mhm.
Saturday we come back. So we're trying to get six rounds in 3
Nice.
days.
Good little golf trip there.
Yeah. Hey, what's your thoughts on TGL? Have you been watching it since you're a kind of simulator guy?
I have. I mean, it's coming from the indoor standpoint. It's awesome. I love to
Yeah.
see. I mean, anytime people get to see pros on these things, that's always a helping sign to us. And so it's crazy because we're coming up on our first year. We're still growing. We're still learning how this business works all the way through, and probably will continue to learn for a long time.
Mhm.
But I saw such a spike this last month as soon as TGL took off, and it's, partly I'm sure because of cold weather, partly because of some other factors, but it's for the most part, I think there's a lot that has to be contributed to that, to the TGL kicking off. I think it's a lot of fun to see that facility. I'm a little jealous because my wife actually got to go down and watch one of the matches
Oh, did she?
at the
Man.
facility. Yeah, so she's going back to another one here soon.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, so that was a cool experience for her, she said, and just it's a new way to kind of watch golf. It's got some new stuff to it, and there's probably some little growing tweaks that need to happen here and there, but overall it's great stuff. I love certain things into it. I like the player dynamic where they you get to hear
Yeah.
all the talking together. You get to see a little bit of that interaction when they're actually getting out on a course together, and I think that's the fun stuff to golf for me, right? We all enjoy playing with our buddies where we can
Mhm.
kind of go have our fun and have a good time, and it's fun to see that show up on the big screen.
We had that talk last week. We saw from the PGA show they have solo carts now just to speed
Really?
up pace of play.
Really?
And I said, when I play, I enjoy like the companionship and friendship of just riding all day because
Mhm.
we're not playing to a high level like them. So I don't have to focus that much. I'm just trying to be with the guys and enjoy being outside for 4 or 5 hours with no bills, no worries.
You're right.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more, man. I couldn't agree more.
Do
That'd be
you
hard to miss out on those experiences,
You're right. Do you think watching TGL in your line of business in the future, do you think there's ever going to be an option for businesses like you to add the green aspect like they do, maybe on a smaller scale?
I've been wondering that same thing, and I don't know. There's so much development all the time in this stuff that it wouldn't
Mhm.
surprise me if they figure out a way to tie it in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I know I saw something rather with the golf zone simulators in somewhere else in the world. I can't remember where it was at, but they hit into the screen, and it's in a big warehouse. There's 18 of these machines, but they hit into the screen, and once you get to the green or around the green, the screen lifts up, and you go play on an actual green
Oh,
around.
wow.
Oh,
And
I have
so,
seen that.
yeah, and so that one looks like kind of a cool setup. I could see that as being pretty fun.
Mhm.
It's right now on doing something like that. It seems a little tough to me. I think the putting and chipping on these does a pretty good job, and that's
Mhm.
really what blew me away was the short game stuff on these things. It's still, it's never going to replicate the real thing. It's just like putting on an artificial green or something, right? You don't always get that exact same feel that you're going to get out of being on real grass, real turf. And so there's little pieces that's going to be hard to mimic, but I'm pretty impressed with what I can do on the space we have with what
Yeah.
these machines kind of complement with.
Well, I love it. Looking at y'all's Instagram and stuff, I mean, I feel like I would love to come have a place like that, just come hang out. And the golf league sounds so fun to me. That'd be so amazing to do with buddy. So you are killing that. We do like to ask all our guests that are golfers, and you obviously you're a golfer. What's in your bag right now? What are you using?
TaylorMade. Got TaylorMade from top to bottom. So
Is that just from when you were a pro at some of the country clubs, like you had a deal with them and kind of stuck with them,
yeah,
or?
yeah. So I had a staff deal with them. TaylorMade was awesome. I had there's a lot of good buddies in that company, and I just enjoyed them as a company to work with, and I had a lot of good times with a lot of those guys, and the clubs have treated me well too. That's a nice benefit to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've just been carrying them through, and that's we carried it through once we got out here. We have a fitting cart for TaylorMade clubs, so we can do fittings for them.
Oh, that's cool.
We set up a couple demo days with them so we can get the new product in here in the hands of the members, right, to see it and get to swing some clubs, get to see how it goes. But yeah, so I've been with them for about, I've been keeping TaylorMade stuff in the bag for about 6, 7 years now, somewhere in there.
Man,
So
Y'all
I do
do.
think I
Okay.
was gonna say I do think year over year the tailor-made woods look better than any club.
yeah.
The dedication to looking good as well as playing good, it's my favorite thing about it. We saw the new we're partnering with Moon Golf. It's a local golf facility here, and we got to go in and look at them the other day, and they just
The design is
carbon
sick.
fiber is always, I guess, since Fast and Furious 3 when they were in Tokyo.
Yeah.
I just always love carbon fiber.
You're aging yourself now, Zach. You look
It's just all.
Um,
It's just
but
all. Where are you guys at?
oh, we're like outside Auburn, an hour south of Atlanta.
Okay. I got my older brothers out in South Carolina by Lake Hartwell, if you know where that's at.
Is that the major? Well, there's like a big lake out there that everybody lives on. That might be
It's a big one. It's a big lake. I do know that. And it's
Yeah.
So we made it out there one time. I got to play golf at one course out there. It was awesome. Everything was awesome. Humidity got me a little bit. It took me a second to
it's
adjust to that. I'm a big boy. I was sweating out there, you know. So
It gets us quick.
Yeah, this last September, we went to Utah for our golf trip. We try to go on one trip a year, and we flew into Vegas. And the first round we played right outside Vegas, and I was like, "Well, this is different than what we're used to in Alabama." But Utah, I can't wait to see Colorado because Utah was such a I think about that trip all the time, the views, the course. So I'm ready to be in Colorado and experience it as well.
Yeah, where all did you guys play in Utah?
We're in the St. George area, so we did like Sand Hollow and all the courses around there. Copper Rock.
Yeah.
Copper Rock was to us better than Sand Hollow. It was so nice.
Sand Hollow is cool. It's got that stretch of holes right along the cliff. That's pretty unique and everything for that. I didn't get to play Copper Rock when I got out there though. The only one I played out there was Sand Hollow. And I had a good time.
I think Sand Hollow was fantastic, but I think Copper Rock
was resorty, which it is, but
yeah.
It's like it's a bucket list when you check it off.
Yeah.
And then we played Copper Rock the day before we played Sand Hollow, the resort course, and it just set the standard so high.
Yeah. I've heard it was great. I've heard that's great.
It was. I think right when we went, they had just beat Sand Hollow and got voted #1 course in St. George, is what the guy was telling us. But it was incredible. So we loved it. But Colorado, we're excited about it as well. We've never been, so
nice. That'll be fun.
Come hang out at Avid Caddie one night and play some golf.
Please do. What do you guys got on the docket for out here? Where are you playing at?
Oh gosh.
Gotcha.
See, some of these, and I was shocked that I guess I don't know the landscape of Colorado, but Utah was, just the red rocks everywhere. But the Colorado courses look like the trees down the fairways, kind of what we're used to, I guess. Is that kind of common out there?
Yeah, you're going to get, it's going to be a lot depending on where you play at, right? So if you're down, it's going to be funny because you'll fly into DIA and it just looks flat. You'll see the mountains off in the distance, but other than that, it's kind of flat all through Denver and out to DIA. And then once you get up into the mountains, it kind of changes completely on the terrain. So you get a little mix of courses.
That'd be cool.
So we got Plum Creek, Golf Club at Bear Dance.
Yeah, good ones.
The Ridge at Castle Pines North.
Nice.
Red Hawk Ridge. And we had Fossil Trace. I know we do have Fossil Trace. It's still on there.
We had Arrowhead.
We had Arrowhead. And then because it's only available for us on the Saturday, we're not going to be able to play it.
Got it. Yeah, that's a good list of courses. You're right around our area, too. You're going to be right in the Avid Caddie neck of the woods.
Perfect. We got to try to get Connor to come hang out.
Yeah.
Get him out that way.
We'll get him in.
Yeah. But we appreciate you coming on and taking time to talk to us. And I thought, I ain't gonna lie, when we're having you on, I was thinking it was a simulator place, but the way you present it and what it is so much cooler to me with how it's more not private, but the leagues, the tournaments, the community behind it, instead of just being a place you show up, rent a booth for 2 hours and get out of there. So I love it. I wish we had something like that around here.
No, well, you guys got to come hang out.
Or you just franchise. Get you a franchise down here.
I know. Hopefully, soon enough. We'll see what happens in a couple years here. Try and get this one place running the right way,
Everybody, this is Tom Benet, right?
Yeah.
With Avid Caddie. You can check them out at avidcaddie.com, or you can follow them on Instagram, Avid Caddie. Especially if you're in the Colorado area, Go check it out, and you'll be seeing some videos on our YouTube channel hopefully soon from Connor. We'll be at Avid Caddie, and then of course when we're there, Connor said we should do an in-person pod plus golf. So we're gonna try to knock it all out in one time. We're there and
do it. Let's do it.
highlight the course. Yeah,
you guys are more than welcome to. So
awesome. We appreciate it, Tom. Thanks for coming on and talking to us.
Hey, thank you guys for having me. Pleasure. Look forward to seeing you guys in September.
Yes, sir. We'll see you then. See ya.
See you, boys.
All right, that was Tom Benet, Avid Caddie.
Tom Benet. That's what I thought.
I thought it was just a simulator.
I knew it couldn't be Bean.
That's sick though that they had the leagues. I wish I had that so bad.
It's one of them where like we went and looked at land for a house today, and I'm like, I gotta have room
to build something with it.
Yeah, I want a little barn with like half for like golf or not. Oh yeah, half for golf and then half for like tools for like yard tools or whatever. But I gotta have a simulator spot.
That'd be so clean if there was somewhere around here with like the league. Because even that time we all went to the one in LaGrange behind the print shop.
Yeah,
and we're like, oh, we should do this once a week with the league. Like it was just fun being able to do that. So
imagine like we set it up tonight. It's like, okay, everybody, you got to have your 9 played by midnight tonight.
Yeah,
or you can play live.
Yeah, either play live or even a neutral spot where you just come hang out once every other week, something. It'd be cool. So, but go check out Tom at Avid Caddie. That's really sick. I'm excited to. We got to make sure we make time to go by there when we're there.
Got to
hang out. All right, next little show, we're going to run down to the clubhouse segment. This is where we talk about what's going on in the world of golf. With us being content creators, we look at the stuff in the YouTube golf world. First thing that stuck out to me this past week, Peter Finch the title. But we'll talk about
Roar's winning again.
Oh, that's on the list to talk about. But the YouTube world, Peter Finch the Titleist. This makes 2 YouTubers in the last 2 weeks that Titleist has signed. Plus, they have no laying up.
I feel like they haven't had anyone forever, and it's kind of reminds me of like a PGA Superstore vibe. It's just old white men that are grouchy, just buttoned up.
Yeah,
ain't here for fun, just business.
And now they're getting into which they've had Golficity for a long time, and that's like the only content creators that have. And now they've jumped into with Michael Morris and Peter Finch. So it's like, is Titleist trying to make a move? Do they see something in the content creator world that they like, oh, we need to be a part of that?
And it's weird that it's Micah for the pick. I can see Peter Finch all day.
It's true.
Micah, it's kind of a weird feel to me.
I bet it has something to do with how the PGA Tour is starting this creator league thing they're about to start doing. And I bet Titleist wants to have some creators using their clubs being on PGA Tour, the creator league. Because I bet Peter Finch is definitely going to be in it. Micah is most likely going to be in it. And I bet Titleist saw an opportunity to have some sponsored golfers using their stuff, which that's my take on it, I think. So big sign for Titleist. Question that I have, do you think Grant Horvat is taking over YouTube golf? Just came out with a video with Phil Mickelson, DJ, Dustin Johnson, and his brother AJ, which this is stuff YouTube golfers aren't really doing right now, playing with pro golfers.
He's at a different level. He's at where I thought good would be right now.
Good kind of
hit the top. They hit the top of the mountain, and I thought they would stay there.
Yeah.
But then, they constantly rotate guys in and out. I couldn't name and remember a good right now.
Same. I don't know who it is.
But Grant, on him and Micah left, I was like, oh, they'll never make it. And look at Grant now.
Killing it. And I think, too, like, Grant's doing stuff that people are enjoying, like mixing YouTube golf with pro golf. And meanwhile, Good's kind of still doing, like, gimmicky, how many, like Bob does sports, how many hot dogs can I eat in 3 holes?
Yeah.
Kind of deal. So I think Grant is trending up. Him and the Bryan Bros right now, I think, are the face of YouTube golf that I believe.
I think him being partnered with Phil is
instant.
It's electric.
Crazy. Yeah. Speaking of Bryan Bros, last week we talked about a takeaway from the PGA show. The craziest unsure item that we saw was the 1-person golf cart. I sent Zach a video this past week. I was just scrolling through YouTube, and I see a guy at Salina Golf Club, which is the Brian Bros golf course, and he's talking about these carts. And he said that Salina Golf Club ordered over 300 of these solo golf carts.
I'm not a fan. That's why I brought it up when we were talking about when he was saying the best part about golf was playing with your buddies.
Yeah. And
I'm not
so
a fan of solo. Now, if I go out and I'm playing solo,
mhm,
like if Joni gives me the go ahead to go play tomorrow,
yeah.
nobody else can go, give me a solo cart.
I
I'll
guess
put my speaker on it and we'll go. But if it's like planned, we're going to play next Saturday, give me a 2-man cart with one fee,
yeah.
one fee, and let us go vibe.
What if so I guess which I'm always going with buddies, but some of these courses are like you only booked 3 and then there's a 4th and they're going to put a random with you. Would this be a good thing to have the solo cart since like the random is
yeah.
in his own cart? Or if you're the random,
I
if
don't
you're
know.
the solo?
When I've played when we went on vacation, when we go to the beach, Joni lets me play around, and I'm always the solo.
Mhm.
So usually I get paired with a rando. So it's nice to talk and have someone like, "Oh, you're good, you're good." It opens up over here or whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that wasn't that bad," and just chit chat during the day.
It'd be kind of weird, like if to be in that situation, if you go to the beach or the solo and like it's solo carts and you don't really even talk to the 3 guys that
At
they're just
all.
kind of vibing together and you're over here in your solo cart just chilling.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of weird when you get to the tee box and stuff. But I'm assuming, I guess, with them ordering 300 of them, that means Selena's going to be only solo
Only,
carts.
yeah.
And so you and your buddies, which we talked about it last week, it sounds like it'd be cool, like the motorcycle things, but the only time you talk is on the green and the tee box. There's no in between because everybody goes to their own ball. So
So fast.
yeah, I guess
You
that's the
play a
point. They want-
2-hour round.
Yeah, they want it to speed up, but to me, like you said, if when my wife says, "Okay, you're free this Saturday, go do whatever," and I'm getting out of the house, I don't want to be done in like an hour and a half. I want to I'm not trying to pay 6-hour rounds, but I'm trying to hang out with my boys and like make it a day kind of deal. So
Stop halfway at the turn. We're like, let's go
Yeah.
get something to drink, something to eat, or whatever.
if only they had a drive-through halfway house, like you said.
I
You
seen
need
it
to
on
work on that.
Instagram, and you cannot convince me there's a better turn to make.
That would be so because it would keep everybody in order. It'd keep people from skipping you if you stop
Yep.
and they don't, because they'd have to come through the same way you're coming through. But it's like you drive through, let me get a hot dog and a Gatorade, and then boom, it's right there and you're on. So
Yeah, I mean, the one I saw, I had to find the clip, but it's big enough. You park, you got room to walk out. It's like 10 foot on each side of the cart. So you got your coolers on one side, your snacks on one, bathroom at both ends. And
what's
you
your
just
take
roll.
on when we go to these fancy country clubs and we play 9 holes, and then we're guilty of this too, but if the group in front of you stops and like orders a whole buffalo chicken
I'm
wrap,
going right past them.
but what's your
Dude.
take if we're that group? We're like, let me get some curly fries and some buffalo chicken.
You're
wrap.
fine to go past me. If I'm
Yeah.
stopping for like food,
Yeah.
go past me. But we usually play so fast. We'll stop.
We
We'll get
catch
like a Gatorade and a Snickers bar,
Yeah.
and then we're right back.
But if I have
Like,
the option to
like
stop
when
and
we
get
play
like
the fields, 9 and 10 are right there. The finish of 9 and 10 is right there by the clubhouse. So you're just walking in and then walking back to the tee. It's not like you even got to get out of the cart and ride anymore.
But when Josh invites us out to SOG and says, "Hey, grab something on my account," and I get that buffalo chicken with them curly fries, and I have to wait for a little bit in the kitchen, you can pass me all you want. I'm
Yeah.
gonna stop and get mine. That's the way to go.
SOG does it different now.
Yeah, that
Now,
food
when you
was
get to the nice, like when we're invited to these country clubs, there's like
Yeah.
a real grill. That changes my mind. You go right
Yeah.
past. I'm gonna sit here a minute.
let me make a day out of this. Okay, to the PGA world this past week, AT&T Pro-Am at Pebble Beach. Rory wins again, not Pebble Beach again, but he just wins again in general. The question, of course, everybody's going to ask, is this the year he gets the Grand Slam? Does he win the Masters? Does he win a major at all? Or is this just a one-time win and Rory does that once a year kind of deal?
Major, yes. Masters, no. I think
No
there's
Grand Slam.
too much mental pressure for him to close it out.
Mhm.
It'll never happen.
Yeah, that's a lot of weight to know you have to win the Masters. Like, this is the one I have to win.
Also, He hit that hole in one and did not keep the ball. He gave it away.
Which that's his first one on PGA Tour, which is you think he would keep. That's
He
his
don't
first PGA
care.
Tour
He's
hole
been
in one.
around long enough. If you had, like, I want to say Phil said he had like 17 or 18.
Mm-hmm.
Phil or John Daly, one of them said they had like 17 or 18. They're like, I don't really count it anymore.
Boy, I'm keeping mine right. I'm making a thing behind me if I get one. But he's gonna prepare for the Masters. It's kind of sad to think the Masters is coming up here soon, and like we're not gonna be there. Like after you've been once, you're like sitting in the grandstand on the driving range and watching people and walking around,
watching Bryson putt. Yeah, and like seeing the guys. You know, like, oh, I wish I was there. I told Joni, I was like, we don't get it next year. We might go and buy tickets
at the scout ticket, like get them.
Yeah,
I was perfectly.
Just on like a Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, we went. Everybody, we went on the practice round Monday last year, and this is when the solar eclipse happened, and everybody.
Oh yeah, the only one ever.
Yeah, and everybody's talking about the world's going to end, and I was like, I'm perfectly content with me being at Augusta National, watching Tiger,
dying walking on 18 fairway.
Yeah, and Jesus coming back and getting us all, and me just going home. Perfectly
the last
content.
thing you see is Tiger Woods.
Where else would you want to go out at? Like that would have been perfect for the world to end right there.
Unless I'm just playing the course.
Yeah, that's true. It's just one of those things like everybody talked about, the world's going to end. I'm like, is this God aligning me to end life perfectly? Like I'm at Augusta
at the Masters.
Did he orchestrate this because he loves me that much? But it's sad we're not going to be there this year. It was so much fun last year, other than the hotel.
And then when you go to heaven, you go sing, praise, but you go back, you get to play the Masters.
Yeah, get to go back and
rotate.
What if it's like a wherever you die is where you stay kind of deal? Like that's where you can go back and visit.
I'm gonna try to get struck by lightning on a golf course.
Oh man. TGL, I kind of want to update if everybody listen. I'm a fan of TGL. I'm enjoying it this season, so I want to update kind of what's happening. If you're not listening, the stats, the numbers have been great. There is a standings where there's going to be a SoFi Championship at the end. The standings currently are LA's in first, the Bay is in second, Atlanta is in third, Jupiter Links is in fourth, Boston's in fifth, and in the end is New York. They're 0-2. They have not won a single match. Which Ricky's on that team. Does that say something about New York?
I saw a joke yesterday. You know, Puma launched their camo line.
I just saw it. Realtree just posted that earlier.
And they're like, where is Ricky? We can't find it. And it's because he's wearing the camo now. He's disappeared. Hey,
our buddy Scott Porter, his dad may have the hookup on some of that because, you know, he's the Realtree chaplain. Yeah. So Scott may be rocking some Realtree camo. We need to ask him about that. He'll be on the pod in a few weeks. Everybody listening, next week we're gonna have a very familiar face on here for y'all. Right? Oh, yeah. Former BSG member just had a baby. He's gonna jump on here, talk TGL, talk life, where his golf game is now. Brady's gonna be back. Yeah, Liv. Brady's gonna be back next week, so we're excited to have that. So make sure you're listening for next week to hear Brady jump on. We're gonna wrap up tonight's episode with our current tournament of the week is the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Last year got a little wild. They're putting some stuff in place this year to prevent that. We'll see if it works.
It won't help.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to
help. The open alcohol sales, the way they do it and hype it up like a party.
I thought part of this year was they're like limiting your alcohol, which I don't know how they're going to do that, but
people just tape it to their bodies like they do at football games.
Yeah, and bring it in. Previous winner last year was Nick Taylor. If you remember, it was him and Charlie Hoffman came in at a playoff. It was very exciting because Charlie Hoffman's an older gentleman when it comes to the game now, and this is his tournament, basically Waste Management, and he's sponsored by them. So it was cool to see.
Oh yeah, because he's got the green sleeves.
Yep. And so I'm going Charlie Hoffman this week. I think he's coming back this week to do what he didn't do in the first time.
Give me the sketches.
Oh,
Matt Fitzpatrick.
He wants Matt Fitzpatrick.
Yeah. Man, also, I think the Waste Management markers are the coolest team markers, and they are unavailable to purchase anywhere. I think it'd be the coolest thing
to get them.
Yeah, I've always looked. I think it'd be the coolest thing to have it in your office, like on your desk.
Oh, so we need to follow up on our best trophy bracket, do that one, and then do a T marker bracket.
Yeah, absolutely.
These are two brackets we could do. Also,
the John Deere has the big tractor too. for
That's
the team
true.
marker.
That'd be a sick one. Yeah, we need to do that. So we're gonna follow up on these. And so I've been meaning to do this. I'm gonna do it this week. Behind me, let me grab it real quick.
I'm glad you're wearing pants. I didn't know if it was one of them times or not where you're just prepared from the top half up.
If you're listening, you just have to look at our Instagram. If you're watching, we have these custom BSG tie-dyed towels. They're sick. We have one extra that we want to do a giveaway, but instead of only posting on Instagram, we want to do it for our listeners. And so we're thankful for y'all. So we're gonna do I need to figure out. I want to ask a question in the podcast, or actually, what we talked about tonight. We talked about what golf course ordered 300 of the solo golf carts. All you have to do is
That's a
go.
good one.
Yep. All you have to do is go to our Instagram. I'm gonna have a picture posted with this, and it'll have the rules in there. Comment what golf course it was, like, and share it. Is that all they should do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or tag. You could like it, tag 2 people, and share it
With the name of the golf course that bought the 300. So I know that's a lot, but we just want to make sure that nobody on Instagram that just whatever gets it. We want to kind of do something special for our podcast listeners. So you'll go to our Instagram. We'll post it tomorrow. You'll comment what golf course, tag 2 buddies, like and share it. And then we'll pick a random person at the end of the week actually, we'll do it on the podcast next week. We'll pick a random person.
do a random one, pick it on the podcast live.
Yeah. So we'll do that. So we're thankful for all y'all that listen as we try to grow this. Appreciate y'all. We talked about it with Tom. Hopefully in the next few months, we'll have some new kind of videos coming out on our channel where our buddy Connor is going to test some stuff for us. A little bit better than us at golf. So his shots may be a little more accurate than ours.
I can imagine us testing drives. You're like, oh, shake that one. Oh, shake that.
It'd be more like
give me a
rare
couple.
for us
Give
to
me a
actually
minute.
hit a good one than anything.
Yeah.
But Connor's a little more consistent. So he's going to kind of give us a different aspect of that kind of stuff. So we're excited to do that. We're going to work with him on that. First round of 2025 coming in a few weekend or next weekend, correct? Not this coming weekend, but the next weekend with Logan.
Next Saturday, 15th.
Yep. We're going to be with Logan Kane from Kane the Band and his drummer. And me and Zach, we're going to do a scramble, 4 men, breaking 50 from the 4 tees, see if we can do it. I'm ready for it. We're going to end with a drop zone. Drop zone question tonight. What's your golf game weakness? Is it putting, driving, or something else?
Putting. I think which we talk about it in my other group chat, my putting stroke is like Will Zalatoris. So I've switched to the claw. I haven't brought it out on the course yet. I got the claw.
Been working with it?
Yeah, to try and get out. When I go back, it just wobbles. And I don't know why. It's like a yip. I'm trying so hard to just go back and through. And when I pull it back, it's...
So that'd be the putting. I've got probably right now, most of my game is driving the ball. When we play these, like all 2025 during me and Zach's 1v1s, it's going to be a shamble, meaning we golf the best drive and then play our ball from there. I'm going to be so solid because I'm playing Zach's drive. But if it was solo drive, I struggle. And then that and long irons. I cannot hit long irons to save my life. So I try to avoid them.
Sub 100, 50 to 100, I felt awful. That's my underneath. 50 to 100, it's like I feel like I can't do a 3/4 or a half swing. It's 100 or nothing. I don't want to swing a 60-degree full.
Yeah. But
45 yards.
Anytime it requires you pulling out your hybrid, I feel so confident you're about to do something amazing with it.
Oh, yeah, that's my club.
That's the one. It's just always smooth contact. Usually you hit like I don't know, I feel like you can hit a draw and a fade with it. It's just kind of like, either way.
I can talk to it.
Yeah, it just goes. So that's our drop zone question. Let us know your answer to that. We want to know what your golf game weakness is. Don't forget, go to our Instagram when you see a picture of the towel. Comment what golf course bought 300 of the solo carts. Like, share, tag 2 buddies, and we want to send you a custom BSG tie-dyed golf towel. This thing's sick. You'll love it. We'll send you a new one.
I love mine. I got that one, and then
the Fields tie-dye one.
The Fields does the same ones. That's where we found them. Ashley had them,
Yep.
and they are sick.
And I have mine in my closet is too. Love them. Hey, show them that new driver head
The
cover real quick.
chameleon?
Yeah, before we get out of here.
Oh, I got two. So I got Hank's homies.
That's clean. The Texas flag kind of style.
Yeah. And then my new favorite. Connor got this for me. He played Tree Farm. And it has got to be number one.
So sick. What's the other side? Just green?
Yeah, just green.
Oh, velvet?
Yeah, it's all velvet.
Green?
Velvet on the inside.
That's
It's
insane.
so nice.
That's a 2026 golf course bucket list for us. We're going to the Tree Farm.
It's happening.
100%. So is Connor, where we're going on our trip to play his courses, he's going to be real close to us?
Yeah. He lives like 5 minutes away.
Bro, I did not know that. We need to bench one of the other two going with us and let Connor, or some of these courses got to let us play with 5 for sure.
That's what I'm saying. And with Connor, I told Connor, I said, with his talent level, they'll probably be, +5. Go. You ain't even got to pay.
We need to see if we can get a 5th on some of these courses. What days he's free to come hang out.
I bet knowing Connor, I bet he'd be like, I'm off today. Let's go.
Yeah, we need to get him out there. That'd be fun to see if we can get him on the course with us.
Jeremy said, we'll do me and you, Connor, versus them 3. I said, he's not even your friend, Jeremy. He's my friend, and you just know him.
It's more like Connor versus all of us scrambling would be more realistic. But anyway, so I'm excited about that trip. But make sure you like and subscribe to everything we got going on. We're excited about 2025. Life's crazy, but as soon as life slows down, I'm like slowly piecing together episode 2 of the Scott Maddox video. So y'all get to watch that soon. I just got to get it figured out. But that's it for this episode. Appreciate Tom coming on. Go check out avidcaddie.com. And you got anything?
Can't wait to play on that sim and have it like tilt.
Oh, I know.
The
That's
pictures
gonna
of
be
it look sick. It's one of those, you start thinking about what you would want in a sim for your house. Now I'm like, oh, I need a little more.
Yeah, that would be sick to be able to do all that. If you get one, we got to have a league night at the house.
You bring the pizza. I'm there. Pizza
Little
and
pizzas
dunks.
on the way. Well, that's it for episode 134. Go check out Moon Golf. Thankful for them and their partnership. And we'll see you next week with Brady joining us for the pod for episode 135. See ya.